Get a look at what things look like across the state of Texas. Again, it is approaching the bottom of the hour, and what we'll likely see is at least a couple of numbers here, a little bit lower before we get to sunrise at about 7:06 our time this morning. 4 degrees in Waco. 1 degree, the temperature up in DFW. So North Texas, obviously very, very cold. In fact, where some of the peak of the cold is just to the north of the Brazos Valley, some of us up in Leon County, and then all the way out to the Red River. It's actually a little bit warmer right now in Amarillo as you see things start to shift a little bit. This is a different air mass that is coming our way later tonight into tomorrow. It's more humid. It is still cold, but that brings a new hurdle that we'll have to clear. We'll look at that here in just a minute. But wind chill warning, remember that's still in effect, and for good reason. It is still below 0 here this morning. Feels like 7 below, even with the calmer wind that we have on hand. When you get down this low, doesn't take much for the wind chill to plummet to go along with it. Even just a little push of air, you're going to feel every bit of that. So again, 7 where we sit out at Easterwood, a north wind at about 9 miles per hour. It shouldn't get much gustier than that as we go throughout the morning, and it will switch around to the south and east eventually. It's generally about 0 for the wind chill. Huntsville is at about 5. That is the quote-unquote warm spot this morning, but we'll probably get a little bit colder over the next couple hours before we start to come back up. So again, here are temperatures across the area. 2 degrees in Centerville, got a reading of 2 below, 0 in Palestine. Corsicana, not much warmer than that. About 3 right now in Marlin, down in Hearn as well, and closer to the double digits, but even down to 9 degrees out of Conroe. 14, I believe, out of Bush will set the record for today. Obviously, we're getting pretty close here in BCS at 7. We'll talk more on that as we go later in the week. But this afternoon, at least through the first half of the afternoon and definitely through the morning, we'll see sunshine. It'll warm us up significantly because 26 is a lot better than 7, but it will likely still be below freezing for the entire day for just about all of us. You may briefly get to freezing or just above down in Montgomery, San Jacinto County, but the sunshine should help improve travel at least a little bit by the afternoon drive. Again, it is very slick out there right now, but we're in the mid-20s for a good chunk of the day. Wind chills probably still in the teens. We go into tonight, and we'll look at that in your pinpoint forecast in just a bit. Freezing drizzles possible as early as dinner time across our western counties. So we have this fragile about 12 hours or so to try to warm things up a little bit before that next round of moisture comes in. So here it is. By 5 o'clock, we're back to cloud cover. Into the evening hours, some freezing drizzle as a possibility. Expect that tonight into tomorrow morning's drive, where we wake up in the probably low 30s. These mid-20s will be realized at about midnight tonight. Moisture content will bring temperatures up, which again is good as far as the power demand goes, but we are still going to be looking at a potential for some freezing rain and sleet going into tonight at the earliest. The worry there is that we see some accumulation of that rain or potential sleet on power lines onto any other surfaces. That makes for slick travel, slick walking, and the potential for some more power outages as well. So for this model is to be believed, we might even find a little bit of snow once again Wednesday night into our early Thursday. That should be few and far between, but we're going to hopefully get at or above freezing for at least a good chunk of the afternoon going into our Wednesday and Thursday. So by the time we get to Friday, though it will be a very cold start, we're going to work our way back into the 40s with sunshine. Upper 50s look to be achievable by the time we get to Saturday, and then it's 60s and even 70s by the time we get to early next week. Much more on BVTM to come, including an update on power outages across the state of Texas and what you can expect